Hey everybody, this is Asher with more Hearthstone, where we're continuing to try and get that stupid card back, and I think I can safely say that the pressure is off to a point, because I did go through a pretty good string of games recently, and I did play a little bit off camera. I'm at rank 6 right now. Rode some pretty good records to get there. I'll put some stats up later, I may post them on the YouTube. Just depends on how that goes, but right now we're just going to dive in and play. Pretty much how my playing's going. The reason that I say the pressure's off is because I went on a 22-1 streak to go all the way to rank 6, almost rank 5, then lost 2 straight. So I was starting to think, hey, wait a minute, am I a lot better than I thought I was? But I think we're a little bit back down to earth. So the metagame shifted a little bit. It usually does as we get further down towards rank 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when I say the pressure's off, that's because we're not going to be climbing fast anymore. This is going to be about trying to maintain a solid win percentage and just getting in enough games. I don't want to see, really at this point, Shaman's fine. Shaman we're going to be seeing a lot of, and I feel like I have a 55-45 rate against it typically. War Axe is really good here. Ravaging Ghoul's not my favorite keep, but I'm going to keep the War Axe. Ravaging Ghoul can play very nicely into Totem Golem, but Fierce Monkey straight up counters it. So double Korokron, this is the opening that we want. X-Man's itching for his cards too, so let's see if we can start this off with a bang. There's a Tunnel Trog. That is about to be a very sad Tunnel Trog, but the question is always, what is the follow-up going to be, as this is the fiery opening hand axe. Guaranteed to be an opening hands or your money back. I think that's how it goes. So if he plays Totem Golem next turn, I'll just drop a Fierce Monkey. He's just going to actually play a Totem. So I'm ahead on the tempo game right now. Do you want to go ahead and take that out? We can set up potentially a decent Battle Rage eventually. But since that is a Totem that can attack, I don't want to give him something like... there's 2 reasons that I attack there. One is because I don't want him to get some kind of lightning play. See, Flame Juggler would have been okay to deal with that. But I can also drop Bloodhoof Brave. I can be more proactive and actually go after a... well, there's 2 lines of play here. I could Bloodhoof Brave, and that will set up another taunt, but it doesn't really protect this who dies on board. If I drop a Korokron, on the other hand, not only do we get to... get ourselves in slightly better position, we could set up a very good Battle Rage next turn. Operative word being could. If he could deny me the Battle Rage, it's going to cause me some problems, but at least I have some cycle in hand. I mean, the Argent Squire is a little bit of a problematic thing, but turn 4, no overload for him. Feral Spirit's okay for me. I'm hoping that's not a Lightning Bolt. Ugh. Okay, so not the greatest Battle Rage of all time. Do I even need the Battle Rage here yet? I guess that's an appropriate question. I have a second Korokron. I can knock these things out. This is some card draw, but the problem with the drawing cards is that it doesn't guarantee me another play on the board. Tougher choice than I'd like this early. We could protect him behind a taunt, but I'd rather save that for later. I don't think they're really playing Kodos at this stage of the game. The problem with this line of play is that we do potentially lose this to the Argent Squire, but he's over... Oh, he Lava Shock, so he's not overloaded. I should have paid attention to that more. This is where we get, we'll call it our warm-up games, right? So he's going to clear the board, take a little bit of face damage, which is fine. I'm glad I saved the Bloodhoof Brave now. We've just got to get a better play here. This is a better play. Alright. If this draws a Hex, well, it draws a Hex. A lot of the mid-range lists don't actually run Lava Shock. So it's probably face. Oh god, I don't like the life tap. Lava Burst? Okay. He's gonna go face again. Alright, I need a good top deck or I'm gonna have some very sad Battle Rages here. That's not the top deck I wanted. So, did I play myself out of position? We do have Acolyte, which is okay. I think we just armor up here and hope for the best. We've got to get a good rag turn. Right now we are definitely on a clock. So if I what would have? I guess one of the questions that I have is what would have happened in this game if I had developed my taunt first and saved the Kor'kron for something else. So he's denying some of my card draw, which is fine, all things considered. This plays around rag pretty well. And I've got to watch, I got to be very wary of a few different things here. Unfortunately, I still think rag's the play. Like, I put myself in a bad position wasting that other Kor'kron. But here you go. We didn't take the Battle Rage when we could have. We gotta hope it hits Finley, and it did. I mean, hitting this would have been nice too. As long as it didn't hit that, face is okay. So he can hex this. There's a few ways he can deal with it. He may just have the face damage to do it. He's used one Lava Burst. Like I said, I don't like him getting life tap. Even though it does put me a little closer to my win conditions, so that's not great. But if I can get a Whirlwind from somewhere... Ugh. Oh, we got a top deck like hell here. We may just be dead anyway. Blood to Ichor. That's something. I did misplay that, though. Quite a bit. Alright. I really need to armor up here, so I'll just develop the threat. I mean, let's put it this way. This is one of these matchups where if he has the Rockbiter weapon in hand, then I'm kind of screwed anyway. But Varian could save me here. Yeah, 1000% face shaman. Does he have the damage? He has Leroy. Does he have lightning bolts? No. Alright, so there's a lot of things that kill us, but we're not dead. I guess we have to play Armorsmith here, don't we? Yeah, that seems more correct than playing Varian and hoping for the best. Although Whirlwind Effect would be great here, we're not going to get it out of Varian.
Made to fit.
So we'll save it and do it like this. Now I could pop these two Divine Shields. Anyway, this guy's gonna die. This one trades into here. We may just keep one Divine Shield up. That seems better. Oh, wow! Come from ahead victory. Or come from ahead defeat. Okay, X-Man, he was still in a position. He had some outs, but that Leroy just a little bit off. He held that in his hand. Oh, I feel like I shouldn't have won that. I feel like I really stole one there. Oh, well, let's do another one. Well, auspicious way to start. I misplay. This is how the last stream went too. I misplay and I escape with my life somehow. So my goal today is very simple. All I want, easy. Thanks, you, Maz. Yeah, I was totally not sweating that the whole time. Yeah, I have one goal for today, is to get to rank 5. Anything else is gravy. So that's pretty simple. This is a curve, and curving is good. I'm going to keep this with the caveat that this may be a huge mistake not gunning for War Axe. No, you know what? We're not going to keep Bloodhoof Brave either. Reason being is that it dies so easily to Shadow Word Pain. A lot of these things do, actually. But I really want to fire a War Axe somewhere. So if this is Control Priest, we got to put early pressure on the board some way, shape, or form. If it's Dragon N'Zoth Priest, I really like Cairn in this matchup. So we're hoping to coin Cairn out, but we got to pick up some other plays first.
Greetings.
So I guess we'll do the Control Warrior opening. We'll see what removal he has if he's electing to use it. The big thing with this matchup, assuming it's basic control and that he's passing all this time, tells me that it's control. We're going to go for, as much as I'd like to get Karen on turn 5, we're going to go for a good Battle Rage play on turn 5. See how that goes. One of the big things that we need to look out for, and I'm a little concerned about, you can see he's already twitching on that card up there. So he's going to try and take the... Oh, Shifting Shade, okay. Then in that case, we are just going to make this a card draw turn. Now the... maybe not. Because we can actually take out the Shade and keep this guy alive. It puts him in Shadow or Death range. Do I care about that? I don't think I do, because something's going to get deathed in this matchup anyway. Big thing is that we're going to have to eliminate some targets here. I mean, there's probably all kinds of clears he has, whether it's Excavated Evil, whether it's Holy Nova. So he's got a card of mine now. So this is still, this can still be hit with Akanai Circle. He didn't do that last turn. Alright, so there's a death. The big thing... Whoa! That's some cool tech. Alright. I think this is a reasonable Battle Rage. I'll just say wow there. I mean, N'Zoth with Resurrect. That's ballsy. I like it. Alright. Let's go for the card draw. Really interesting point about Priest is how they don't really run Northshire Clerics anymore. And I was trying Priest myself for a while, and Northshire Cleric is just in a not a very happy place right now. It's pretty fascinating to see. So he has a 6 that he likes. Is it Cairn? It can't be Cairn. That goes from my deck. Slam. So he's not going for the card draw here. Alright. I don't really feel comfortable executing this when I know that there is potentially a Sylvanas play in here somewhere.
I wonder.
So I think this could be good for Malkaruk. At least we have both of our executes. That seems alright. This is one of those things where any weapon will do. Arcanite Reaper will really do. Wow. Okay. Let's see if we can end this before he gets his power plays out then. Because late game Priest is not where you want to go. We want to tempo him out. Right now we have 18 damage. We have exact lethal if he doesn't heal.
I have no time.
So there's Sylvanas, and does he have a flash heal? Don't be a flash heal. Don't be a flash heal. Don't flash heal. Please. Okay. Alright. Let's make sure we math this correctly. 10, 18. Alright. Just Arcanite Reaper, pure skill, guys, right? Do really like the fact that he ran Resurrect in his deck, but with the N'Zoth deck like this, with a lot of the control decks, you've just got to speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. I got a dog going crazy in the back, so I'll be right back, guys. Cthulhu Warrior's not a great matchup either. Rogue. N'Zoth Rogue's not great. Miracle Rogue is okay if I can get a fast start. Do I keep the Weaponsmith here? I think I ditched this whole hand. I mean, the Weaponsmith's a possible keep if it's going to be a slow start, but I beat Rogue by going faster, getting things out earlier, and forcing him to use his weapons and removal on me. So I'm actually going to ditch all that. And if you can hear the slurping in the background, that's a happy dog. It's going to be a really hot weekend where I live here. I don't know about you all. It's already hot as hell. Well, I guess it's not so much the heat where I live, it's the humidity. It's like it can be okay, and then everything just feels like you're wrapped up in a wet blanket all the time. Now, the thing is that it really, really does depend on what kind of rogue it is. I'm not super happy about this mulligan, but I can live with it. We'll see. He's there. He's thinking about it. And I know they talked about it one time, trying to switch up and see if you could see what cards are mulliganed or not. I guess they never fixed that. Armor Smith, good. We grabbed a 2-drop. So I get to deal with the extra challenge now of having to listen to my dogs click, clack, and slurp, slurp in the background. So that's fun. We got our Arathi Weaponsmith again anyway. It's been such a clutch addition to the deck. Which I guess it's not really clutch. I was in the original list. But the Arathi Weaponsmith really helps me even out my tempo if I happen to miss a War Axe. So, no other 3-drop. We'll just armor up. I mean, I could go total face plan. I mean, what's the alternatives here? We want to save a Whirlwind effect if he plays Van Cleef. That's true. We want to... So yeah, we need to save that. We've got a number of options next turn. We don't need to rush through this. And considering his opener here, it's very likely that this is just Miracle. Which is pretty good if you're facing a lot of control decks. I guess we'll know in a minute, because he's itching on a card here. And he's just going to attack and weapon up. Okay. Then we can just take our time. Fierce Monkey is really good. I think... Okay, the best... When I've talked about tempo before, one of the best things that you can do to make tempo plays is to actually try and stay on mana curve. I have a few options here. I could do a Arathi Weaponsmith, but I'd like to have that weapon in hand for later. I could play Fierce Monkey. It counters a lot of stuff, but it dies to hard removal easily. Face damage, I'm just trying to think here. Core Chron Elite does hit pretty hard against Auctioneer. We're not quite at Auctioneer yet. Let's just go ahead and press for face damage.
Strike.
And that may be a mistake, because that is a card that will also let us counteract Drake here, but since he has coin, I don't really want him to coin Harrison or Arathi Weaponsmith and get 2 more card draws. Assuming Miracle even runs Harrison. With this many warriors out here, you very well could be justified in doing so. Alright, so Drake. And Backstabby. That's not good. We definitely don't want to leave spell power up for this guy, so... I also don't really want to hit him twice in the face, so what we're going to do here is something maybe a little bit dumber. But if we're already doubling down on being dumb anyway, big thing is that we've just got to survive to, like... We have really good turns later on in the game.
Strike.
I'd like to keep the Armor Smith up in case he fans or something. So yeah, should have saved the Core Chron for Azure Drake as well.
So many wonderful poisons.
That's lovely. Alright, good news, we can trade on board if he makes that trade. I think that's probably going to be the right thing to do. Question is, is he going to do anything about this guy? I guess not. Alright, so once again, we have dogs going absolutely bonkers in here. Ugh. So we can armor up again, which is great. Battle Rage is not going to be very good in this matchup anyway. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the dogs are just like... I put the food out for them at like 6 in the morning. And they just decide, you know what, this is the time where we want to eat. Might as well not take an extra damage, but these things kill this guy anyway. So it's good that we saved our weapon. Right now we have no battle rages, so we'll see how that goes. And I don't mind Malcrooking to potentially destroy a weapon. He's got a full hand, doesn't he? Yeah, 10 cards. So he's got to dump something. Alright. Still got to dump something. Is it going to be a SI agent? Okay, I have no Grom activators. I have no card draw right now. Those are, well, I have card draw. I just don't have very good card draw.
So many.
So he's got some options. My worry here is that I just get miracled out the door.
Choose soon.
Okay. I guess he had to dump a card. I think 1 health versus 2 health doesn't matter very much here. I like the Whirlwind for the Grom finisher, though. So we could do this one of 2 ways. We could just armor up. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get too many battle rage opportunities here. We're going to need to find a way to finish this game pretty soon. So Malcrook could be good, but I'm going to need Grom as a finisher. Let's go ahead and ditch the weapon, just in case he has it. Putting that 2 more damage on him could be key. Forcing him to use his weapon to clear my creatures is going to be very big. But I have a feeling he's going to have a big conceal play with Auctioneer coming up. Unless it's a Malagos. Yeah, it could be a Malagos variant. Alright. Good thing I played the lower value target for that. Alright, I really don't want to keep his spell power up and going. So if we Malcrook, unless we get like something crazy. Ravaging Ghoul's also good. We can't really slam anything though. Let's set up lethal for next turn, perhaps. As long as we don't get Cursed Blade, it's Tentacles for Arms! Talk about the hype factor for whatever this expansion is called. Whispers of the Old Gods. Alright, we could Whirlwind too, but that's a waste. And now we have a permanent weapon, Death Rattle. Return this to your hand. We will probably never find another 5 mana to play that again, unlike other warrior variants. So he has 10 cards. It's got to be a lot of preps. It's got to be a lot of stuff. He's got to be concerned about the damage that I have and the potential. If he leaves one of these guys up, I have lethal in hand. He's got to have some Earthen Ring Farseers in there somewhere. But if he drops an Earthen Ring, he's not going to be able to necessarily get his big miracle turn off. And I'm still at full health. So he's thinking about it.
I wonder.
What do you got? I mean, Warrior is generally such a tough matchup for Miracle Rogue anyway. But I think it has a better matchup against Tempo or Dragon or Pirate Warrior. Ooh. Okay. Actual Sap. Actual Face. Is he really going face with Leroy? Okay, does he have Fade Toxic? Whew, I cannot believe I've escaped this game too. Alright. 9 mana, let's count the damage. 4, 6.
Well played.
We can screw this up by attacking too early here, so. This is why we want to hold on to the Whirlwind instead of just throwing it away. So I imagine he had lethal next turn, just in hand already. But that's where Tempo's really nice about finishing the game so fast. So guess what? Win streak, bonus star. Goodbye, bonus stars. You are now gone. We are at rank 5. The goal is reached.